Yeah, I was not a good agent to start with. You know, and I probably was too timid. I just wasn't going all in. And I know, I see that now in agents. I understand where they're at. And I really didn't have a great mentor who was like, this is what you have to do every day. Here's how you do it. I'm doing it. Watch me. I didn't have that. So I was kind of throwing everything at the wall, seeing what would stick. And, you know, I think it took me at least 6 months to do my first deal. Yeah. 6 months, 5 months to get it under contract, and then another 30, 45 days to close it. In that time, well, after that time, I actually ran out of money. So I had to get a loan from my dad. I I drove a 2006 Chevy Impala. It was a piece of shit. I had not a lot of money, and the money was draining fast because I was buying marketing, you know, just doing all this stuff, trying to figure out what works. And I'd take a loan out from my dad. He said, look, figure out the numbers you need. We're only gonna do this one time. And when I loan you this money, I don't want it back in payments. I want it back in full, but I only want it back in full when it doesn't even matter that you pay me back, like where you are financially set. And so it took me about 1 year from that date, 1 year exactly, to pay him back that loan for $10,000. And long story short, I turned that $10,000 into $1 million. And I think that was like a big deal for me, to take money from my dad. Like, that's kind of like tail between the legs, like, Dad, can you help me? I'm a little prideful, but you know, that's a big deal to me. And so I took that really serious. Like, I had a girlfriend at the time, broke that off. You know, I turned down some family vacations. Like, you know, a lot of my friends realized, like, okay, damn, this guy is taking this serious. And yeah, I slept next to my desk. My desk was in my room. I created my office in my room, and I slept next to that desk for two and a half years. Every single day, wake up and literally get at your desk right there and start working. And that desk was cool because it was actually 2 filing cabinets, right? 2 black ones that were like maybe this tall. And it was my dad's a contractor, so we went to his shop and got an old door, sawed it in half, and then like sanded it and stained it and all that, and just slapped it on top of the 2 filing cabinets. And that was my desk. And yeah, I made a lot of money from that desk. And I have some cool photos and good memories of that. But yeah, that's how the first year really went. No, I already moved out. Yeah, I was living with some friends, and it was crazy. They laugh about it now, but they were like, dude, we knew you were taking it serious. We didn't know how big it was gonna get, like how much it was gonna grow. So they felt a little bit bad because they were, you know, up late at night and whatnot, and like I was in my room trying to sleep, and it never really bothered me that much. I had lived in a fraternity house prior to that, so like literally nothing could shake me in terms of getting sleep or noise. So yeah, they kind of used to joke like, damn, we wish we would have been a little bit more like not crazy because you were in there trying to make it happen. And it was just funny. I remember a couple times I'm going to work at 5 in the morning to the office, and they were coming home, and they're like, you know, high five, I'm going out, they're coming back. And that was fun. Those are good times. The first year, I did about $9 million worth of sales. I don't even remember what it amounted to. Honestly, I wasted every dollar that I earned that year on just dumb shit and, you know, throwing stuff at the wall, thinking that buying things would affect your actual business. The next year, 2017, I sold 100 homes that year. That was the $1 million year. Like that was it. What's that? Yeah, 100. I did 100 myself. Yeah. And my business, my partner at the time, Alex, he was still working a part-time job, or he was working a full-time job actually, but he made it feel like part-time because that's how hard he worked. But he was working in property management, and I remember that July he made his entire full-time salary in 1 month. And so that was a really cool thing for him, and it was just like, okay, wow, this is really working. So yeah, that was the second year, 100 homes. And yeah, I did really good that year. You know, the thing that really switched up was I got super aggressive about like my consistent schedule. Like I even had a rule with myself, like if if I'd go to dinner, I enjoy wine and other stuff. Like I wouldn't drink, or I'd have like one drink. I'd hit the gym consistently. I would show up to my office every day. Like I was on it. I even made a little makeshift desk that was in my truck because I'm on the go so much that like I had my whole like mobile workstation so I could write offers on the spot. I mean, you know, you go show a home, I would take my laptop in the home. If they liked the property, I would get the lender on the phone inside the home at the island kitchen. Like we're at the island. And the clients are, remember, this is the home that's for sale. They're standing right there. The lender is on the call and I'm drafting up the offer. And I'm sending it right then and there. Like that's how aggressive we were getting deals done. And yeah, I mean, once people found out that you're serious, that you know what you're doing, you work hard, you do what you say you're gonna do. I mean, the phone calls just start rolling in and people just couldn't believe how responsive we were. And we used to call ourselves like 24/7. That was our deal. It was one of our core values of our company was we're 24/7. And you know, that's how we beat out a lot of our competition and had a really good run after that. 2017, by the end of it, this is a crazy story, I actually was a qualifying broker, which means that on the 2-year anniversary of me getting my license, I actually opened up my own brokerage, independently owned, called Rock Real Estate Partners. And I did that when I was like 24. So I owned a brokerage at 24, which should not be allowed. Like I had no clue what I was doing. That should not be a thing. They actually changed the rule. It's now 4 years licensed out of the last 5, when then it was only 2 years licensed out of the last 5. So I beat the cutoff at the very end, and yeah, I opened up my own brokerage and grew that to about 60 agents, one of the fastest growing independent companies in the city. And yeah, that was 10/17/17. So October 17th of 2017 was our first like inaugural party celebration that we are now open for business independently.